This is going to be a really interesting video, right? So what happens, a student contacted me recently saying she was booked to play at a Cafe Del Mar event in Sydney, but she was in a side room and the venue told her she should be warned as the gear was old and the play button, right, was sticking a little bit and playing up. And they asked, did she know how to mix without the play button? Okay, now to her, this sounded impossible. Now to me, it sounded fun. So in this video, I'm going to show you different ways you can mix without ever having to hit play, okay? Now I know jamming without the play button does sound out there, but straight up, I have played for almost 2 decades in countless clubs, and you'll be surprised at how mistreated the gear often is. And the first thing that tends to go is the play and cue buttons. So this means they sometimes just don't work, right? Or meaning you're hitting play and they're just not responding, okay? Now, I know this sounds like a nightmare, but it doesn't have to be nearly as hard as you think. So this is what you need to do. So firstly, right, when you load the song, okay, this will be the first thing, say on the club here, you go and load the song. Does the song start playing straight away, or does it actually just go to the first beat here? Now, I've got mine set up so it goes straight to the first beat, but that means I've got a button called auto cue on. So the first thing I need to do is take auto cue off, and I do this as a time mode button here, and if I hold that down, that takes auto cue off, okay? And what that do, so I'll take that off for both players here, take auto cue off, just hold that down. And what that means is when I load the song, it starts playing straight away. That's the very first thing, okay? So then I put it in vinyl mode on here. This will probably be in my headphones. I'll show you for the next one here, but this is just my first song. So I put it in vinyl mode and then I use it like vinyl. So I've loaded the song, so I load the song and then I see it comes to the beat and I'll be in my headphones and I use vinyl mode and I just actually go and find that first beat there. And there I am. Now, this is the beginning of a baby scratch too. So what they do is they hold the edge, that there, and they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, and they let go. And then you use the edges to beat match. So that's all I have to do, to be honest, bang. So let's say 3, 4, bang, let that one in. And now let's say I'm going to my next song. And see, I didn't use play there. I'm not even using it. So I go load up the song, auto cues off, right? And then in my headphones, so I'm put on vinyl mode, go to that first beat, okay? Match the BPMs as usual, right? So I can still do that, okay? Headphones. Okay, I'll just come in here. Cool. And that's it actually, listen, I'll come in, right? It's not the right place to mix, of course, but I'm just grabbing songs with beats so you can hear it, right? Okay, that's that one. So that was just kind of techno before anything actually happened. But let's go, I'll go grab another one. So I go in here, and that's actually how easy it is. So I'll go here to this song here. What have I got? Okay, let's go this one. Okay, cool. And there it is, it started. Make sure the BPMs are good, don't even have to panic. Take that back to the first beat. Then I just come in. You know, I'm just holding it there. That's the only problem, you got to hold it. If you don't want to hold it the whole time, just actually let it play. And by the time you want to do your mix, just load the song again. So let's pretend I'm not mixing to up here. Okay, let's say I'm going to come in on this drop or something. Just go load the song. That's it. Okay, grab the first beat. Way easier than you think. It's actually fun. And it gives you a bit more of an authentic vibe. It's good. I won't commit yet. You just make sure you don't touch the top because we're in vinyl mode. That's it. Okay, I might as well do a transition now right here. You get the idea anyway, and then I'll just go to the next one, right? So you go here, load up a song you like, load the song, and then Go match the BPM, got that before. There you go, that first beat. So yeah, the screen looks weird there, it's just going between the other song. No, it's still on the beat, doesn't matter. Okay, see, I've done all that without anything. Okay, just come in. I'll just come in for now. Don't worry, I'll just go for it. Okay, cool. You get the idea. Now, all in all, this is honestly so much fun. And that's the way you should look at challenges, as opportunities to grow and show that no obstacle can get in between you and a great set. Now, I remember once I turned up to a club that I was running weekly parties at, and because I'd played the night before, I left all my CDs there, right? This is like pre-USB days, okay? So anyway, that day at that venue, like it was open during the day when the club was upstairs, someone sneaked into the venue, right, and stole my CD wallets, right, full of music. Now, at the time, this was obviously, it was devastating to me, right? And not only did it hurt me to my core, but I also had to play that night, like in 30 minutes time, with no music. Now, my friend turned up, I called them quickly, and they turned up with a very small folder of music. And basically, I had to play with not only a quarter of my music, like quarter of my usual music library, but I had to navigate someone else's folder. But then I realized once I got started, right, it's all energy. And I felt the vibe of the room, and I instinctively brought the room to life. And it honestly felt amazing overcoming that obstacle. And it showed me it has nothing to do with the gear, right? Now, sure, being prepared helps, but it's about, like, you know, reading a crowd and committing to enjoying yourself no matter what happens, no matter what obstacle. Now, sure, I had experience like reading crowds and playing before, but the point here is when things don't go your way, right? People like start blaming and complaining. It doesn't go down well. It brings a bad vibe to it, all right? So instead of blaming and complaining, embrace it as a challenge and commit to enjoying yourself no matter what happens. Now, these are honestly words to live by. Don't be affected by circumstance, but instead rise to whatever the occasion needs of you. Anyway, this was like a fun little video, right? And if you want to practice this, don't wait for the play buttons not to work. Just pretend it doesn't and try jamming the old school vinyl way. Find the part of the song you take it off auto cue, right? So the song plays as soon as you load it. Put it onto vinyl mode, right? Go find the part you want to play with your jog wheel. Hold it right, release it at the right time, and then actually, you know, use it like you would vinyl days. It's actually loads and loads of fun, and you can jam a playlist at the highest level without ever having to hit play. Now, I hope you're loving these videos as much as I am making them. So please make sure you hit subscribe and join the Club Ready DJ tribe. It's building quickly. You need to be part of this from ground zero, and I appreciate from you people that have been there from the beginning. This is happening. So anyway, thanks again.